Huples Cats Productions. I'm recommending reusing N95s. I'm recommending being able to repair the straps. I'm recommending baking this for 140 to 160 Fahrenheit for half an hour. I haven't tried it yet, don't know if it'll work. What will work probably enough is what I'm going to do before I bake it, which is to keep it in a sealed box on its own for a long period of time, probably 7 days or longer, in sunlight, and turn the box upside down every day so I get ultraviolet light. Yeah, you can buy an ultraviolet machine if you want to speed up the process. It isn't technological wonderful, but if say you haven't got enough of these and you're using the ultraviolet can be quite harsh on material over time, so it can be very harsh on your eyes. Sunlight's free and it works, so that's why I'm going to use it. Now I did do the video on masks, so I'll show that bit here. Man buns are in, if you have any hair here that is, of course. And you can also put a little cap on it and you see the them. But again, a little toque works just fine, but have enough of them, take it off gently from the inside, not the outside, inside and outside. And again, you can wash that like you're washing your gloves. Now face masks are a fun one. This is currently, this is going to shock you, this is currently out of stock. I advise you to get this as soon as it is in stock. This is a 10-tree flick, and I'll put the links up for this. It's a bandana. If you double this bandana and take your time putting it on, they claim it's as effective as an N100 or an N95 for smoke inhalation. Certainly, it's not sealed tight. You'd have to fiddle around with this. So I put this on as the underlay, any strong bandana that's cotton, and then I would grab this off the bull terrier, and again this stuff goes on slowly and with purpose. See what I'm doing here? See, I get the top and the bottom. Yeah, it's uncomfortable. If I have to be in a room with somebody that might be infectious, airborne or droplet, I want this. When I take it off, I get rid of my gloves and wash my hands. Then I gently and slowly take this and take it off and practice with it. Because the more you practice with it, the less contamination you can do to yourself. Gently into the bin for stuff I'm going to wash. Not going to be comfortable. So, eyes. These are probably good enough. I'll have to wash them carefully, not touching the outside of the lens or the inside of the lens. If I'm concerned about airborne viruses, I'm going to use swim goggles. They're far cheaper and more available. I have them somewhere. I can't find them because we painted this week. We're going to put the house back together next week, so hopefully I won't need them until I find them. There are, of course, the thick plastic goggles that you can use. They have holes in them, not fully sealed, but they're far superior. If the airborne virus is floating around, not on water, it's just floating in the air, probably you shouldn't go out at all. She's living in a bubble. But it's most likely to be transmitted on droplets, partially or fully. And the droplets are going to have a hard time figuring out how to get in there. The risk is the same with gas masks. When you take them off, you have this band, right? You don't want the band snapping in front of you. When you take off PPE, take it off slowly and don't breathe or talk just before you take it off until after you've contained it for a reasonable amount of time. You don't want to pass out. So for those people who don't have bandanas, you can make them out of bed sheets, right? Bed sheets also cut up in squares make excellent reusable toilet roll. When you put these on, you want the nose and mouth covered. So you put it on tight here, like tight, and you seal it down here. Yeah, this will be really uncomfortable. That's why I said if you've got 2 or 3 silk scarves, use them. Good enough if you're on the sidewalk and you're paranoid. Probably just hold your breath, keep away from people, you don't need this at all. But if you're actually going to be close contamination contact with people, that means being in an elevator or a stairwell half an hour after somebody's been in it and coughed, you want to do this twice. And you can see, I hope that my glasses are steaming up. It's not effective. It's nowhere near as effective as an N95. But this system that I have on is absolutely a degree of magnitude better than a paper surgical mask. I have no time for them, they're pointless. I'd rather not have them on. They give you a false sense of protection that you don't have, and they're easy to touch them. Now again, if you're putting a mask on or a scarf system on, keep your hands off this, please, until you're finished. When you have finished, you will have to wash your hands. Take the gloves off, wash your hands. Then remove these from the back, slowly and gently. Oh, sorry. Wash your hands. Take these off gently. And that's why double systems like this can be very problematic. Try and keep it off the back of your head. Breath holding. Into the bleach bucket. Wash your hands again. Off the back of the head, holding breath, bleach bucket, wash your hands again. Now in this case I'm not wearing long sleeves, and the reason for that is that I felt that touch right here. So when I wash my hands, I'm going to wash my hands for 20 seconds, then I'm going to put some more stuff on and wash this for 20 seconds, and if I'm really paranoid I'm then going to re-wash my hands again, which I probably don't need to. So I hope that helps. I hope that answers some of the questions. I think what people want is they want to be safe, right? And they want to be 100% safe. And I think my message to healthcare workers and paramedics and grocery store workers and school teachers who are yet to be drafted into this, but they will be if 1918 is anything to go by. Yes, school teachers who are having their paid vacation right now, you are very likely to be forced to work in the community as nurses or in hospitals as auxiliaries. It did happen before. I can't see any reason why it won't happen again. Very instructive. 1918 to 1920 Spanish influenza absolutely is a role model for what we're currently starting to begin to go through, in my opinion. And of course, until the end of this, my opinion is meaningless. But that's what I recommend you do. I wouldn't focus so much on how many cases your particular county has, or how many cases are in your state or your country or your province. I would focus on the fact this is airborne, anybody could have it, including me, and I still don't know, and I don't want to transmit this to another human being, and I certainly don't want them to transmit it to me, and if they do transmit it to me, I want to make sure I don't pass it along. Let's break the chain. We don't break the chain, this is going to go on for years, and it's going to cause huge human misery anyway. And why add to that? And conserve, reuse, think carefully about how we're living our lives right now, because it's not sustainable anyway. It's definitely not sustainable in the conditions we're in. Let's hope China's not lying again and they have this beaten. And if they have, they can become the economic superpower of the world and buy all our debt from us to supply us with stuff we need that we can't make anymore because of globalization, because of profit for corporations. And yeah, so that's it. So take it easy. Remember, in SHTF, tomorrow will always be worse than today, even if you prepare. And even if you prepare in a pandemic, tomorrow will definitely always be worse than today until we hit the peak. And we're not anywhere near the peak, unfortunately. Toodles. This has been 2020 extremely bad terrier production.